guys, so today I'm showing you my go-to makeup routine. This is a look I always want to do when I want to feel pretty AF. It's simple, glowy, and never lets me down. So let's get into it. Skin prep is so important, guys. It's actually what's gonna make or break your makeup look. I already prepped my skin off camera with a serum, eye cream, and La Roche-Posay SPF. It's simple but effective. To shape my eyebrows, I actually use my Rare Beauty foundation, and I usually do this to ensure that when I do my foundation after this step, my eyebrow area blends in with the rest of my face because my concealer is too light. Now, my eyebrow area is usually the longest step of my makeup routine, and you see me right now connecting the foundation across to my other eyebrow. I know I look like Frida Kahlo, but this is mostly just to make sure that my eyebrows are starting at an even place. But remember, they're never going to be exactly identical, so the goal is to look like sisters, not cousins. I'm using Rare Beauty foundation in 210 Neutral. It gives such a natural skin-like finish. I'm absolutely obsessed. I've been using it since 2020. But I just blend it out with my Fenty Beauty foundation brush, and it melts right into my skin without feeling heavy. This is honestly one of the most important steps and the step you want to take your time with. And that step is to blend. You have to blend. You have to just spend the extra time to make sure you're getting every little nook and cranny. You don't want to be that person who takes only 2 seconds to blend out their face and you go outside and there's patches all over. That's actually one of my worst fears, and that's why I take my time blending out, checking, rechecking. Y'all, sometimes I even check my face with a flashlight to make sure that everything is blended out. Alright, now it's time to set the concealer with baking powder. Y'all, don't come for me. I need to clean my makeup brushes and I'm not going to hear a thing about it. Now, I don't put any concealer right here where you see me putting the baking powder, but I do still set that area because I do get an oily T-zone, and that kind of just helps that out throughout the day and the longevity of my makeup. So that area still gets baked, okay? Now this is where you let the baking powder do its thing. You want to leave it on your face for like 3 to 5 minutes. This is usually the part, if I'm like getting ready to go out, where I will pick out my outfit or like start laying it out or maybe putting the pants on, or like do anything else to distract me, because y'all, my patience is actually in the gutter, so I have to do other things while I'm baking to prevent me from taking it off too early. So here what you see me doing is blending out that baking powder and setting my face and neck, honestly anywhere you put foundation. And I am doing this with Sephora's MicroSmooth powder in the color 30 Sand. It's light with neutral undertones. I'm telling y'all, this paired up with the Rare Beauty foundation, it is the best duo ever. This makes your skin literally look perfect after applying it. It blends everything out perfectly, and 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you're getting into makeup, you definitely need this as your setting powder. Going in with my Benefit Hoola bronzer to bronze up or contour my face. I don't really call it contouring because bronzing and contouring are different, but yeah, you get the gist. Basically, I'm taking that bronzer anywhere my face would naturally contour. So in my cheekbones, and then I'll end up bringing it up into my hairline and forehead. We got to contour that forehead now. That's a must. Now I'm just going to take this e.l.f. concealer brush and use that same bronzer for my nose and to contour my nose. This is also one of my favorite parts because honestly, before bronzer, you will look like Mr. Potato Head, but after the bronzer and you chiseling up your face, oh, you just look so good and snatched. For blush, I'm using NARS Amour. It's the perfect shade to add some warmth and color back into my face. It just gives that healthy, pretty flush without doing too much. Alright y'all, I know it looks a little crazy, but that's what blending is for, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go back in with that Sephora MicroSmooth powder and my Real Techniques brush, the powder brush, and we're blending all that out. So you wanna like lightly tap, kind of just follow what I'm doing here, any area that you put bronzer and blush. This is just going to blend it into the skin so there's no harsh lines and it just blends in seamlessly with that foundation. Now it's time for the lashes. I get these lashes off of Amazon and they actually fit my eye perfectly because I do like my lashes to be a little bit more dramatic. But I suggest if you're getting any drugstore lashes, put them on your face before you glue them down to see how long they are because sometimes they do need to be cut. Going in with this Duo Rose Water and Biotin Strip Lash Adhesive. It's in white/clear, and this is honestly the lash glue that I suggest for first time lashers. And my reasoning is it dries down super quick. I apply it on my lid where I want the lash to go, and then I'll put some on the lash strip itself, wait a few seconds, and then slap that lash on your lid. Like I said, this one dries super fast, so you kind of have to be quick moving and you have to keep an eye on the lash glue because once it starts turning clear, that's when you want to slap it on your lid before it dries completely. I know you're probably thinking, but wait, Kira, what about the highlighter? Don't worry sis, that part is coming, just keep watching. I'm going in with my Huda Beauty lip liner in warm brown. This, y'all, is my go-to. Like, I don't know if I'll ever switch up. This is really what takes my makeup to just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. Now you want to follow the natural shape of your lips. The only part I will say that I overline, if you want to call it that, is my cupid bow area. I don't follow the natural line of my cupid bow. I just go straight over it, so it's more circular, if that makes sense, or like straight across. But this is just what I like to do. You don't have to do that. Just don't go around here with super overlined lips, because I don't care what any Instagram reel or TikTok says, you can tell when someone's lips are overlined OD. I'm going in with my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Madeline. And now the final step of the lip combo is to go in with Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the color Sweet Mouth. So now I'm going to quickly go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I'm going to pat this down with my Beauty Blender. Alright y'all, now I'm going to go in with my MAC highlighter. So I've been doing this more recently, but I like spraying a layer of setting spray on before I apply my highlighter, just because I feel like it looks a little more glowy and dewy, and that's the vibe I want to go for this summer. Now I usually take a powder brush with no product on it and just pat down the areas I put highlight, just so that highlighter isn't too harsh. And then we go in with one more layer of that Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Guys, this is really important in the summer to make sure that your face stays on at all times. And that's the finished look. This is the routine I always reach for when I want to feel confident and put together without overthinking it. Honestly, y'all, if you see me with makeup on my face, this is most likely the routine that I use. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your go-to makeup products down below, or if you have any questions, and I'll see you on Wednesday.